You may have seen on my main social media channels this week, I've talked a lot about goal setting and how the Babylons used to set their goals in the spring. And it got me thinking about what actually stops us from fulfilling our goals and what distracts us the most. And one of the things I really struggle with is learning and conferences. So I can go to a conference and I can tell myself I'm just going to take notes and I'm going to put it away till next time I start looking at my 90-day chunks. But something comes up in that conference that is so exciting, and I am the shiny new thing entrepreneur. I love looking at new things and making things happen. So it's really difficult for me to stay focused when I'm constantly learning by listening to my audiobooks. I'm reading magazines on marketing, looking over my own social media as a learning tool rather than a marketing tool, and especially when I go to conferences. So I'm just thinking, if you're struggling to stay focused with your goals right this minute, then maybe it's looking at the distractions to see how you can keep on track to make sure that the thing you're working on is the one thing you should be working on. And the way to do that is by having could-do lists. So I have a book with lots of ideas in it, and every time I get an idea from learning from my Audible or from my social media or from conferences, I write it in my book with some notes on it so that when I come back to it every 90 days, when I start re-looking at what I'm doing this quarter, I can actually look to see whether it can get to the top of my list. And it's really good as well, because sometimes when you hear something at a conference and you think how great it would be to adapt it into your own business, and you could do it, and it's actually not that good idea at all. I've been there and done that. I'm sure you have too. Where if you put it in your could-do list, by the next quarter, you might actually think, do you know what? That isn't such quite a good idea after all. And it's going to stop you from wasting your time. So I'm just thinking, have you got a could-do booklet that you write everything in? To be honest, it used to be in a pad. Now mine's on Asana. And you could have it anywhere, digitally, written, anything. And I just wonder if you have somewhere that you have a could-do list so that it doesn't distract you from gaining your goals that you're working on right now. Okay, have a great weekend.